Last week, YMK ended in Bronze 2. He did the rank, but that's alright, honestly. He's completely new to the game. He didn't even get to level 20 to play comp, which it's like a requirement. So he has no knowledge about the maps or what all agents are capable of. I do hope for him to get at least silver by the end of this season, but it's not guaranteed, as what he needs most right now is experience just playing the game, which he also doesn't have the time because of all he has to edit and do. So hopefully, I think this is by the end of this week, he should hopefully maintain Bronze 2 or max the rank to Bronze 1. I'm hoping that he doesn't, but we'll see what happens. Putting the smokes at the beginning of the round provides you nothing. With no info, you're just wasting your smokes. Because let's say you did the smokes, now you have one smokes, let's say they go B. What you gonna do? There's two entrances on B. You're smoking this one way too close. If you want to do an aggressive smoke on A, you're probably gonna do it here and you push up to get the orb, or you fake that you got the orb. Same thing with the spike. If you tap the orb, they think that you're fully using it, they're most likely push you. And they're gonna push through a smoke. So you tap it, hold the angle a little bit to the right or to the left because you don't want to get shot if they decide to just spam it. But this is a bad smoke to put at the beginning of the round. There is zero chance of them coming all the way here in the time. In fact, I think it goes 20 seconds and that smoke's going to be gone by the time they're here. This is the line of the barrier for the defending side. This is the line of the barrier for the attacker's side. For them to go from here, you only smoke on immediate like dangers. So from here to here, they can go pretty fast. Here is a good smoke at the beginning of the round, because if you guess that they're going A, this is a good smoke. If your team is attacking, then you do this one. If your team is not attacking, but you're assuming they're coming A, just put this one down. They're gonna have a harder time. They're gonna waste utility just to get out of here, right? You want them to use utilities, so when they get to side, they don't explode with a bunch. Aggressive smoke, you put it here, you grab the orb, you put down the smoke and you come around here, easy. They're not gonna be able to come in here. If they are, they're gonna be around here, right? And they're probably not gonna push through that smoke without utility. If they have flashes, probably don't do this, or be ready to get flashed. You could even, like, let's say you lost the first round on defense, you buy a shorty, you put that smoke down and you come around here, bro. Oftentimes, people don't check this corner properly, this angle here. If you don't want to do this, you just hold here and then you just jiggle. You get the info, you come back, put a smoke down. If you just check it down straight away, it's just like, that's not immediate danger, right? Because the immediate danger would be like here, this area. This is the area where you would take the first initial fight. You smoke here straight away. They're probably just gonna walk up here, wait for that smoke, go in. You just killed someone. If you kill someone, that gives them the whole point that you're there. There's no point in hiding there anymore. There's no point in shift walking. There's no point in a bunch of things, right? They know you're there. You have your teammates backing you up here. You just hold that. You take that fight. Okay, what did you just do?
I smoked off his line of sight.
Okay, so if we smoke this and your teammate has a marshal, and let's say the enemies are in that smoke, what would this area here create? Who has the advantage here? The guy who has a marshal in a close fight, or the guy who has a classic? Don't smoke that. Your teammate's trying to fight, he just took a shot and won. In a situation where it's pistol round and you guys won and he has a marshal, and you don't want to block that. You don't want to create this closed fight because they have the advantage. The marshal doesn't shoot, it shoots fast, but not that fast. Let's say this guy jumps right after he heard him shoot. Let's say he missed the first shot, right? He didn't, but let's say he did. You smoke, this guy pushes in. He doesn't see it because he goes back to reload and comes back out to reswing. This guy is already here. He gets close, jumps, right click him in the head.
Check left, didn't check right.
Yeah, you're not really checking anything. The only problem is that there's two enemies and you don't know where they are. You know where one of them is. Oh, you're lagging. Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't too green.
30 seconds left.
Being quite silent where you were, amazing, right? Because if you're silent, it kind of invites them to come to the side. Even though you use the smoke, there's still a chance that they would like still come to 8, right? And now if you're gonna go and molly this, what's gonna do? Nothing. It's just gonna make them go to the other side. Now let's say that you made no noise, you just hide here, right? Because if they go through here or here, is what? In your line of sight. So if you hold it like this, if they go towards A, they go through your line of sight. This angle here, you're not seeing from main, you're not seeing from heaven. Unless they go through heaven through screens, they won't kill you. Here, you don't want to get both kills, right? You kind of want to get one kill and then you fall back. Because why do we want to just get one kill? Let's say you killed the jet and this guy is still here. What happens then? What is your mission and what's their mission? Their mission is to plant the bomb. In a 1v1, and they have to plant the bomb, what's the most vulnerable time? When they're planting the bomb. So you hide, you let this guy go past, and when you hear him go past, you shift. You shift here, you hope that he doesn't swing this for some reason. He's gonna plant, boom, you swing, you kill him. He could have faked it, but this is your best chance. If he's gonna run out of time, just run away, bro. Honestly. Okay, so it's a bit unfortunate because this is moving like this. This is the trajectory of this sage for some reason, right? You did the right thing, you swung it sideways to get this view, but this cunt's moving on a diagonal. He saw you first. Would you say that if you held this angle here, like they do have flashes, you do have to be worried about flashes, but if you're here, you're already exposed to this whole being flashed. Would you say that if you held this angle like this, you would have been better? Do you think that if you were flanking, you would be watching this particular angle here? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like they did have their guns out, but you swung in front of them. If you were just holding and they're like shifting, they're slow. You just have your cross at placement and they're walking to you. You're already exposed. If you're gonna play something like this, it's okay to stop as long as you're not on an on angle. This is an off angle, and off angles work. If you're on defense, you want to not have many enemies alive to do an off angle because you have the best chance of winning the fights. On attack, if you're holding flank, you don't often get more than 2 people flanking you, so off angles work great for holding flank. And this is a good example of that. You see how like you opened up, so you're now exposed. If you just held about here, if you just held with your crosshair here, you'd been fine. Plus, holding the angle that I just told you, just right here, you see where your vision cone is? You see how if they come from B, they go through, and if they come from C, they go through your line of sight? This is a great example of it. He's defusing, yeah. You can hear he was gonna come from here, right? You can kind of hear he was ulting around either here or here. And the thing is, you kill him in here, and then you can kill him again, because there's some time in the animation, so... That was a bit silly to die there. You gotta use your headset a bit more. I could clearly tell that he was coming from the right. Think about this. We are on C. What is faster? This or this?
Obviously the first one.
Yeah, so you hold here, right? If you're here, you hold this first one. If it's taking a little bit too long, then you like, okay, so he's probably not coming here, or he's just taking a while. Then you kind of probably want to like look back, and if you died from here, it's just unfortunate. But looking back straight away, it doesn't look like this much choice because you know that he can't be that fast. So just something to keep in mind. The spike was planted here. When you plant the spike, you want to plant the spike so it's easier for you to shoot whoever's trying to defuse it, correct? If the spike is planted here and near here, right? Where would you clear first? Because the way it's planted, right? Chances are you're going to be hiding. So you're either going to watch it from here or from here. That's the main spot for this. There's no way that he would sit here when he planted for here, right? If you swing here, you're going to see him instantly. The worst thing is clearing part of the site and not knowing where the enemy is. So the best course of action when after you planted is to hide somewhere. And as you go higher elo, it's even better because people will assume this, right? Imagine you sat over here, he would have no clue that you're here because he assumed that you'd be here or here. The first thing you gotta do is clear the angles. So you'll probably clear this angle so that he's not there. And then I'll probably smoke this off. I cleared the most immediate danger. I assume that he's gonna be in tree. I'll drop down, make sure that he's not around the immediate vicinity, and then I'll tap this spike and get off and hope to get him to come out or to give me some info of where he is.
Smoke's down.
Oh, he made some noise. You can actually shift down the rope. Now, you didn't really clear anything. Like, you looked at this wall, like, would be looking at you. If he was hiding, he would be hiding here, right? Now, that was good because you didn't make any more noise, and he's playing off sound now. He's playing off sound, and because you know that you assume that he would be here, right? You swing that, and he doesn't expect you to swing because a lot of the times you hide and you wait for the tap sound. So he was waiting for the tap sound so he could flash you. If you're in a 1v1 and you know where the enemy is, he's planted the bomb, but you know exactly where he is, do not tap the bomb. Just shift towards him. He's just gonna be waiting for the tap sound most of the times. Sad news. YMK deranked bronze 1 at the end of the first act. I completely forgot the act and episode was coming to an end. But this might be good news. He was constantly being placed against Smurfs and people that knew even less than him. I can slowly see him playing better and better, so with the new episode coming, we should see where he is currently at after the placement games. In saying that, Ascendant 1 is the highest you can get out of the placements, so all ranks should be pushed down a bit. So I'm not expecting him to place bronze or silver straight out, but if he places Iron 3 and gets to bronze 3 by the end of the next week, that should show that he's actually around silver in reality. So if you're keen to see where he placed after the 3 weeks, don't forget to see part 3. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.